All right, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I'd turn the camera around today. It is 2023 in Maui, booyah, 1000 freaking X. I know a lot of you are thinking, hey, health, wealth, fitness, what are you going to do for 2023? Get in the best shape of your life. So let's talk about that. I'll give you my 2 cents. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 1000 freaking X. I'm Christopher Greene, your host in beautiful Maui, boo, in the middle of nowhere right now. So I'm going to walk with you guys, and it's 2023. So let's do this. Let's get in the best shape of our life. We'll give some tips today. Let's get in the best financial health of our life, and let's build this together. So was praying on the way up here. What words of wisdom could I give you in 2023? Well, I try to ask myself every single day, what would I do if it was my last day on earth? And when I ask that question, I always give myself the answer, and I try, or at least attempt, to do something incredible. So I'm out here in the middle of the rainforest. I'm hoping the sun will peek up above that beautiful mountain right there. And by the way, there is such tremendous energy out here. Tremendous respect for the Hawaiians, their culture. You can feel the power. It breathes through these volcanoes and breathes through these mountains. So it's just an honor, and it's very special to be here and to live here. And so I'm very humbled by that. And let's just talk about where things are going and start on a positive note. Fitness. Incremental steps to 1000x gains. The number one piece of advice I could give you this year is walk. It's low impact. You'll burn body fat. It's good for your cardiovascular. And it's easy for most people to do. If you can't walk, I always say crawl. I just got off crutches, by the way. It took me about a month, and I'm only about 70-80% back to my normal walking abilities. But I would say it's probably the secret to a lot of fat loss and really just overall health and wellness. And I highly, highly recommend it. Also, got to do resistance training. I highly encourage push-ups. I pretty much do them almost every day. Sit-ups, mobility training, stretching, squats with the body weight. You can use weights as well. Dips, all the body movement moves. You can make huge, huge gains. So start there this year in 2023. You can work your way up. I'm a big fan also of lifting weights. I love lifting weights. It's a lot of fun, but I would say I've learned a couple lessons as I've gotten older, and that is that you got to be a little bit more careful. You know, there's a difference between you're 20 years old and you're 40 years old. So, make sure you've got proper form. Don't lift too heavy for yourself, and know that you can do a lot of damage. You can actually get incredibly strong with lighter weights. So it's a misconception that you need to use heavy weights to get very, very strong. So those are my fitness tips. Encourage you guys to do that. Also, too, just some personal updates, channel updates as well. I'm going to start posting all my videos on our website at amtvmedia.com. That means it's on our website, and you can just go to those links, and I'll start posting them across social media channels, so you can watch all of my content there at amtvmedia.com for free. So I'm pretty excited about that. Also posting on Rumble, and we did crush actually last year. We have 1 million plus followers across all of our social media platforms. So thank you very much. God bless all of you tuning in. It is an incredible honor to continue to serve you. In addition to that, we are closing on our first property acquisitions here in Maui, boo, as I come here through the rainforest. Very, very excited about that. It's your last chance again. And of course, islandprojectclub.com. That's islandprojectclub.com. Islandprojectclub.com. $1,500 minimum to get in. Includes a private consult with me. And I've only got a few spots left. I got a few calls actually I'm taking today. So it's your last chance to get in before the new year. Islandprojectclub.com. Click the links below. Also, islandproject.com for the private share ownership of our private placement real estate portfolio. So let's talk about what's going on in the world. A lot of craziness. We've had some good things happen, actually. China is now opening up their society on the thing that we can't really talk about anymore. So that's going to probably give a little bit of a boost to the global economy and at least sentiment. So that is a positive development. Also, it looks like that the requirement for those that serve in our military and that kind of thing don't need that thing we can't talk about anymore to serve. So that was pushed back. I'd have to look at the legislation, but I know that's a big development. So that's good news. So just, giving some good news actually today. In addition to that, I think 2023 is going to be pretty much the same story as 2022. Inflation's here to stay. Just like I've been telling all of you, and just like I've been coaching all of you, like Look around you. Have you noticed prices go down? The only areas that I could possibly see prices maybe going down a little bit are gas prices, but I'm actually expecting those to go up more in 2023. Used car sales have come down a little bit, maybe car prices a little bit, maybe real estate in certain areas, but definitely not in the high-priced areas in the best locations in the world. I've seen no price declines here in Maui specifically, and there's still a very limited inventory, and there's just not a lot of supply. So supply and demand, of course, best real estate in the world will dictate prices and, of course, that outcome. So, you know, the overall theme, and I think this is solution-oriented, so it's kind of a positive video today, are the same themes that I think we've been way ahead of the curve on this channel, which is decentralizing yourself, building new parallel economies, getting out of the banks, getting out of fiat, getting out of dollars, understanding that the CBDC transition is very, very real. I believe it's going to start and it's going to happen largely in 2023 as a result of an engineered financial economic crisis. The wars have not stopped in Ukraine. Of course, we pray for peace, but it does not look like it's going to stop. It looks like it's going to continue. And also Kosovo and Serbia look like to be about breaking out into war as well. So there's multiple flashpoints around the world. There are flashpoints, of course, in other locations, nuclear-armed countries like Pakistan and also India. There's been a lot of clashes on that border. So those are things to watch out for. We know that the East is rising. We know that China is largely the new dominant superpower. So these are all things we understand. Let me get to some practical tips. I'll just give you some free tips today. And I encourage you again, you'll get all this at theislandprojectclub.com. You get all my videos and more, all my secrets, all my 1000x crypto picks. Also too, I'll teach you guys how to stake a crypto that I think short-term will 10x, okay? And you can stake it for the next 2 years or so for about 10%. So you earn 10% yield, annualized, and it possibly 10x's in the short run. It could 100x or 1000x. So I will give you that at theislandprojectclub.com very, very soon. So make sure to subscribe. Just another advantage of the private consult, as well as all of our material, inside access to me, early bird access, of course, to the blockchain roadmap launch as we launch Island Project, etc. I did buy a little Bitcoin actually over the last 2 days. So I did execute a long market buy. I paid, if I remember correctly, I think about 16,800 was my purchase price. So I did buy Bitcoin. I think that we are very, very close. You know, we've seen a lot of capitulation. So, you know, do prices go lower? They could, but I'm a buyer here. In fact, Mark Cuban came out and said he's also a buyer of Bitcoin just within the last 24 hours. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of Mark Cuban, but I do agree with him. So I did put quite a bit of money to work as a part of my personal dollar cost average. And I think we'll at least get a short-term pop. I mean, don't you think that would be reasonable to see Bitcoin at least, you know, go to 19, 20K in the short run? I think you could at least trade it here at these levels for those of you that were just looking for like a short-term flip. But I'm a long-term bag holder. And as I always, explain to you guys, preach to you guys, you want monetary sovereignty over your own wallet where you have control. Bitcoin's the only asset class in the world that is truly portable, mobile. It is the digital form of gold. You can move it anywhere in the world simply with the memory of a seed phrase in your brain. That's incredible. It's non-sovereign. It's immune to war. It's immune to world war. It's immune to bank runs because you own it. It's decentralized. Computers mine it. And I'll teach you a whole heck of a lot more at school at theislandprojectclub.com. So those are the things that I've been working on today, focusing on. And then I'm just out here kind of on a spiritual walk, enjoying myself, 1000xing. I hope to see a lot more of you this year in 2023. Our members, love to take you guys out on some of these beautiful hikes with me. We've got huge, huge plans and pretty incredible. I guess we're all closed. I'm just very, very thankful for all the opportunities. So as we approach a lot of global tyranny, as we approach and are living through wars, inflation, a lot of problems with governments and systems, we all know we live in a fallen world, but it's up to us to find solutions and to be the best people that we can be, especially in service to Christ, to make the world a better place. So I love you guys. I would just encourage you to start on all those different things today, your health, your wealth, your happiness, your financial wellness, all those things. Always be learning, always be self-improving, maintain a positive attitude. And most importantly, just get out there and take the risks. A lot of you think too much, you overthink, but you don't get out there and do stuff. So you got to put out into the world what you actually want. you got to ask for the things that you actually want in your life. You want the girl, you got to ask her out on a date. If you want the guy, you got to ask him out on a date. If you want to make your first $1 million this year, you got to ask for it. If you want to close a sale, you got to ask to close a sale. So if you aren't asking for it, you ain't going to get it. So that's my 1000X tip today. Of course, Jesus Christ is King. I love all of you. And I just encourage you, I got more content coming. Click the link below because it is your last chance to get into this. The financial elites are swiftly introducing CBDCs and central bank digital currencies to the westernized world. This is obvious. It is permanent. It's going to be a significant change in your way of life. It, of course, is going to offer all kinds of surveillance and tyranny that nobody wants. And it's going to be introduced, I believe, through executive force and presidential executive order. Just like many other things in the past, whether or not it was the Patriot Act or it was the bailouts in 2008 and 09. They also tell you that you're going to own nothing and be happy. So there's no better opportunity in the world than to click the link below right now to get your ducks in a row for 2023 with the islandprojectclub.com. That's islandprojectclub.com. It provides a 30-minute consult with me and my team. I can help you with your portfolio build. We can talk about how to get out of the banks, where I think it's safe, my top crypto picks, and a whole lot more. Plus, you get first mover access, dependent on how much you come into and in with, to islandprojectclub.com to the future early bird roadmap of our blockchain launch and all the amazing technology that we're launching worldwide. So click the link below today. Get in and register. I only have a few spots left this Christmas holiday season, and schedule a call with me and my team. That's islandprojectclub.com, islandprojectclub.com here, and also our private placement of real ownership of fractional real estate, cash flows, capital gains, of course, 1000X being tokenized worldwide geolocationally, islandproject.com. If you want to reach out to our team, I also have phone numbers below. You can go ahead and do that. But in the meantime, click the links and join islandprojectclub.com. Want to see you there? God bless, and Jesus Christ is King. Don't let the elites push you around. Build parallel economies of the future in what I call the new digital Noah's Ark. I'm Christopher Greene. I love you. God bless, and Jesus Christ is King.